First of all, I'm so happy that I'm here despite all the obstacles on the way. I wanted to be here. My parents, my father and my mother, Dr. S.P. Bakshi and Shrimati Kshama Bakshi, they were trained teachers of transcendental meditation.
That's very important.
So I was desperate to be here and I'm glad I could make it finally. But what I want to tell you is I did my schooling in Jabalpur, St. Aloysius Jabalpur School, and that is on the banks of the holy Narmada. It's a unique city. अपने आप में अजूबा है ये शहर, महर्षि जबाल के नाम से है. नर्मदा नदी वहाँ बहती है. The sacred Narmada flows there. And of the Narmada, it is said that गंगा जी में स्नान, नर्मदा जी के दर्शन मात्र काफी है. You know, it is a belief in Indian circles that water absorbs the ojas, the tapas of any rishi. And on the banks of the Narmada, we've had some great rishis who have, done a lot of good to mankind. I would start with the Adi Shankaracharya himself. His ashram was on the banks of the Narmada, and that river is charged with the ojas of these rishis. Keeping alive this tradition, we had Maharshi Mahesh Yogi ji, who belongs to Jabalpur. I'm very, very proud to say that he is from Jabalpur and he's keeping up that tradition alive. I want to give you a very interesting insight. Surprising it would be for a lot of our people. In the late 1960s and in the 1970s, the CIA got intelligence that the KGB, the Soviet intelligence agency, was working on acquiring psychic warfare skills. Psychic powers to be deployed for espionage, for mind control, and for a whole lot of other things. So the Americans got really worried at that stage, and we had an army of aspirants coming to various ashrams in India. One of the first people they found that they could really understand, and with the help of which they could really experiment onto yoga, experiment onto meditation, was Maharshi ji, because he had standardized the technique of meditation so that it would lend itself to scientific experimentation and analysis. And a whole host of very brilliant scientists from the West, the top level scientists in terms of psychology, in terms of biophysics, etc. I mean, they carried out extensive experiments on transcendental meditating subjects. And as has already been brought out, the physiological, the psychological benefits of transcendental meditation were no longer a matter of faith, no longer a matter of, I believe in a particular guru, therefore this must be true. Empirical fact, it works. You see, if an agency, hard-nosed agency like the CIA, is prepared to spend taxpayer dollars, and this program continued almost for 3 decades. Some of the top universities in the United States, in Europe, were all involved. And the first person to put it on a scientific basis, on an experimental, empirical basis, was Maharshi Mahesh Yogi ji. So I'd like to bow to him. I'd like to bow to my parents, who were very closely associated with him. And this tradition continues. We have had revivalists in the Hindu religion. Time after time, the Gita says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam. I mean, whenever there is dharma, decline in dharma, we have great beings who come, avtaric consciousnesses that arise in our midst to renew, to rejuvenate, and to restart what we have lost possibly in the aeons. Hindu religion is experiential spiritualism. It is based on Anubhav, Anubhuti, Darshan. I don't have to just mug up some set of scriptures, spew them out, and I have achieved. I have not. I might say Aham Brahmasmi, but is that your Anubhav? Is that your experience? No. And for that you have to do Nidhyadhasan, you have to meditate till that experience, till what is said in the Shastras is an actual realization for you. And that gives you a whole lot of these psychic energies, psychic powers, and it is to Maharishi Mahesh Yogi ji's credit that he had that scientific temper to see that not only meditation, dharana, dhyan, samadhi is explained to the people in a very simple, easy to follow format, a standardization of format. Only if a format is standardized can you subject the meditator to experiments, repeatable experiments, and expect the same results. You have to start with the standardization of format. That is what he did beautifully. And you know, those of you who are meditators would remember, I think his most seminal contribution was that seminal diagram, the bubble diagram. Seminal contribution on what exactly is meditation. And I remember he was explaining it once and he said, you know, we all swim. So he was trying to explain the difference between contemplation, concentration and meditation, right? And he said, contemplation is, I go to the deep end of the pool and I start swimming in small circles on that end. Or I come to the shallow end and I start swimming in that narrow circle. That is contemplation. Concentration is when the swimmer, you know, when you say, when they play water polo, he starts swimming in the same spot, paddling in the same spot is concentration. Contemplation, concentration, but when he dives into the pool and he touches the bottom of the pool, that is meditation. And how do you dive into the pool? How does a pearl diver dive? He takes a heavy stone. He ties a stone, you know, to himself and he goes to the bottom to look for the pearls, right? Then he releases that and possibly comes up. The stone, the pearl diver stone that we use, which Maharishi gave us, was the mantra. The acoustic, scientifically tested sound with repeatable results. In your own laboratory of your own consciousness, you carry out those experimental verifications of the great truths for yourself. You become those truths. You realize those truths. All here who have been in contact with our great Maharishi Mahesh Yogi ji know his tremendous energies, his scientific temper that led him not only to explore meditation, but also, as has been brought out very ably in his book, I had the chance to glance through it, in Ayurveda. Rejuvenation of the ancient Indian sciences, not just of meditation, concentration, dharana, dhyan, samadhi, this aspect, but also of Ayurveda and of the Siddhis. I've personally seen meditators take those hops and jumps and we were left amazed. Anti-gravity. So, these were not just things to be taken on faith, article of faith, either you believe or you rot in the fires of hell. No, you don't. Nobody rots in the fire of hell. Hell and heaven is here, is within us. And it was the great Maharishi Mahesh Yogi who started this revival, rejuvenation. Dharma is that which is constant. But in each age, that dharma has to be expressed in the Yuga Dharma. The language of that age, उस युग की भाषा में आपको बोलना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो लोग समझ नहीं पाएंगे, धर्म से वो जुदा हो जाएंगे. और इसके ये युग, कलयुग जो है हमारा, ये साइंस का युग है साहब. अनलेस आप साइंस की भाषा में बातचीत नहीं करते, आपको कोई ज़्यादा विश्वास नहीं करेगा. बिकॉज आजकल टोटके जादू टोने का समय चला गया. आज लोग हार्ड साइंस पे जाना चाहते हैं. और इसलिए दिस इज हिज सेमिनल कंट्रीब्यूशन. महेश योगी जी की seminal contribution है to bring yoga and science together, meditation and science together. Today, the cutting edge of physics is exactly what Maharishi ji was saying. Quantum physics tells you that there can be no empirical observation without an observer in here. There are those quantum waves of possibility, probability, out of which when I look, I select, I cause a quantum collapse of all the other waves, and the one that I have seen actualizes. Now comes the question, if you and I are creating the reality that we see, how is it that you, me, him, we all see the same reality? It is because we see from a deeper level of ourselves, which some people call the quantum self, which we in the Indian philosophy call the Atman. And the greatest leap of Indian philosophy is that Atman and the Paramatman and the Brahman are identical. चार महावाक्य जिनको महर्षि जी भी याद दिलाया करते थे हमें. प्रज्ञानम ब्रह्म, consciousness is Brahma. Second, I am Atma Brahma. This Atman of mine, this spirit of mine, this soul of mine is Brahman. Then when you are in deep meditation, Nirgun Samadhi, then Aham Brahmasmi. And when you come out of meditation, Tat Tvam Asi. That you are. These are the four Mahavakyas. These were brought again, into common parlance by the great Adi Shankaracharya from the banks of the Narmada. And from the banks of that very same sacred river Narmada, we had Maharishi Mahesh Yogi ji from Jabalpur. I am very proud to claim him as a citizen of Jabalpur.